Alrighty, welcome to episode 32 of Black Hole Let's Play series. We've got half a stack of episodes. Awesome. Okay, my network here seems to be having power troubles. As you can see, it's using 61 energy units per tick, and I finally looked up how much that is in EU. 2 energy units is 1 EU. So when it hits 64 there, when it crafts stuff and does things, that means it's using 32 EU per tick, which is exactly the amount that's coming in through this low voltage cable here. Which is enough that it works usually, but like I walked in here one time, I walked up to it and it was dead for a second before it came back on. So I think we need a little bit more power running to this thing. Unfortunately, there's a pretty new block in Applied Energistics that'll let us do that easily. It's called, and I've already crafted it, the Power Relay. Power Relay uses ME cables, iron, and a new block, or crafting block. You can't place this, called the Energy Cell. I predict, okay, it uses Fluix crystals. Okay, I predict that one day soon this will be or be used as some sort of battery to extend the amount of power the network can hold. But it can't do that yet. That's just my guess. What it can do is it accepts power and then gives it to the network that it's attached to. So you can accept power remotely. You don't have to put power directly into this block. You can put power into this block and it will supply it. So you can have more than one of these and all kinds of stuff. So if I just come down here. Okay, see there's an interface right there. So if I put the power relay here, then it'll accept the high voltage just fine. Put a cable right there to connect it to the network. And there. What is that? I don't know what that is. Oh, that's for... Okay, I know what that is for. Never mind. Anyway, that should supply high voltage to this thing. Which should mean I don't need this cable anymore. Or this cable. There we go. And everything should continue to work fine. Okay, so that'll put 512 EU in there. That'll be enough for a lot of stuff. Okay, now I got that taken care of. I've got 4 apiaries and some bees. Let's get some bees. Let us start with the typical normal starting bees, forest bees. And we'll get some meadows bees. Actually, let's get one of each. Or 2. Okay, that, and then that. Let's get 2 princesses and 2 drones. Of each kind. There we go. 4. Now, bees are picky. They don't like just anywhere. In fact, they're very picky if I think about it. If I put down this apiary here, and it's nighttime, or getting dark, that's not good either. Okay, you open it up, and this is what you got. Okay, this is where you put the bees in. The female and the male, princess and drone on top. This is their output, where their combs that they produce. Also their offspring, when they die. This here is a meter. It will fill up when you breed them and then slowly drain down. And then when they die, they'll always give you they'll always give you exactly 1 princess and then some number of drones. And this is where actual breeding comes in. These 2 will be fine. This is where the breeding happens. This thing, a little telling you that there's no bee in here. Here's the part. The environment. Bees don't like just anywhere. This particular environment, this climate, has a cold temperature and normal humidity. Unfortunately, these bees right here that I'm holding don't like cold temperatures. They will not produce anything if I put them in this apiary. Okay, drill, interesting. So, I need to find a habitat with normal. That's what both of these want, normal. Which is why I said that they were the most common regular bees that you start out with. There should be... Okay, let's go. Okay. Now the jungle, as you might be able to guess, is hot and wet. The desert is hot and dry. These bees won't like that. I think, however, there's a forest or a meadows or something over here that they might like. So let's go. It's not too far away. Just through this tunnel. More things. Most bees don't like to be in the dark. They need to be able to see the sky. There are exceptions, but most of them like to be able to see the sky. And most of them don't like to work in the rain. And they don't like to work at night either. Yeah. Okay, let's put this here. Let's see what this says. There we go. Normal, normal. These bees will be perfectly happy here. So let's put in a forest princess and a forest drone. They're mating. Mating, mating, mating. Okay. And now we have a queen. And sky is obstructed. Oh, and so it is. See, when I said they like to be able to see the sky. Okay. There we go. It's working. No red things here, and there's little tiny bee animations coming out of it. Oh man, one thing I forgot. Bees need flowers. Different kinds of bees need different kinds of flowers, but this kind will like any kind of flower. So let's put one flower nearby, anywhere nearby, and they'll be happy. It's probably telling me, yeah, no flowers. Don't worry, it'll detect that there's a flower there now. Let me just put these like this. Okay, and here I'm going to put in meadows. They're also just going to mate and be happy. In here, however, I'm going to put Forest Princess and a Meadows Drone. And this is where the breeding comes in. When you mix two different species together, there's a probability of producing a new species, a totally different species. Now, each species has the requirement, the two species that it needs to make. Sometimes you can make a species with several other different kinds, which is what I'm going to be doing. And some species require specific two species to combine. And it's all probabilities, so sometimes they won't breed a new species, they'll just have half-breeds. And all kinds of really complex stuff that's going to take a while to get into. But for now, the bees are going. And let me just clear the sky here. You know what, I'll just chop down this whole tree. I'll chop down this tree, and I guess we'll see what happens then. Okay, so I cut down that tree, and went back to my home to get a couple of things to get started with plant breeding. Crop breeding, I guess I should call it. And while I was away, not much happened. You see, they're all living and dying at different rates. Wait, actually, now that I think about it, these ones probably had leaves over them longer there. Right. But anyway, I'm going to chunk load this area. Roughly. Yeah, that's good. I've also got some dirt, glass, and stone brick to build a building around it. At least that's the plan. In the meantime, I managed to rescue a couple of seeds from the squeezer before it squeezed all of them, and got my golems to make more. I made myself a cropnalyzer, just copper cable, electronic circuit, nothing too fancy, and some crop sticks, which are just bunch of sticks. Okay, so I got my hoe. I happen to have, oh yes, good, happen to have a bucket of water, because just like vanilla farming, you need to have a bucket of water, some water source. Okay, I'm going to need some fences or something, a building to keep all these sheep out, because they're gonna bug me, I just know it. Anyway, hoe all the land right next to it. And then get crop sticks and seeds. And I suppose some carrots. Okay. Right click to place a crop stick. Then right click with a seed to get seeds. So this will grow up just like ordinary wheat. Sorry, but you're annoying me. This will grow up just like ordinary wheat, although you can harvest it by right-clicking, and it won't get rid of the plant that's already there, so you can get your wheat without breaking the plant. Another one here, and put a carrot on that. Okay? And so, you know, you can grow all kinds of plants like this in this special way. But the real trick to breeding them is to place them one space apart, and then in the middle, place one, and then place a second one. And now see that they're horizontal there? There's a possibility for a new plant to grow here, between these two. And this new plant will have new stats. There's all kinds of information, which is what the crop analyzer is for, and I'll get to as soon as I get some plants. But this is how there's a possibility of creating a whole new type of plant right here. So that's the very basics of it. I don't think it really matters which plant you start out with, at least with this, and with IC2 breeding. And that should be it to get started, at least. I need to build a building. Let's see how the bees are. Ah! This queen died, and she produced 1 princess and 3 drones. Okay. She didn't make any combs, though. They're supposed to make combs. None of these are making any combs at all. Okay. And this one, remember this one that we mixed them, we got a forest princess and a meadows drone. Okay. So there's no mutation. Not that we can see it yet. We're going to need more equipment in order to be able to actually see what their genomes are. See, right now it just says unknown. We'll need a device to see that. For now, though, I'm just gonna mix them again. This one's almost dead. So this is what I said about taking a long time. So I'm gonna build a building around this and maybe get some other things. Okay, so I was just coming back here to get some more stone bricks, and I open up the inventory thing, and I notice some mossy stone that I don't remember being there before. So I go down, and I notice, what do you know? A portal gun. Oh, yes. Obviously, portal gun is from the portal gun mod. This happens to be Peabody's portal gun, based on the game Portal. You find these in dungeons sometimes, and clearly my quarry went through a dungeon. Awesome. Left click for the left portal, right click for the right portal. Oh yeah. Now you're thinking with portals. This is awesome. Although it is having a problem with the render thingy up in the top left corner. Look at that. See how the jetpack and energy level things are kind of glitching out? Don't think there's much I can do about that. But man, this is great. Finally. I was thinking about going and getting one, actually. They're pretty expensive. Come on, how do you make the default portal gun? Show me. Okay, it's not showing me for some reason. You need, a nether star. That's the tricky part. You need a nether star. So, I was thinking about doing it. But now I don't have to. Let's just, put this here. and you can walk back and forth. Although you do get stuck on the ground sometimes. That's annoying. It usually helps if you put it up one and then jump. Good thing I have a jetpack. It's seriously hard to get out of these without a jetpack. Boom. Instantaneous travel. Awesome. Oh, weeds! Sorry, I should have said something before I broke it. That dark green, those were weeds, and they will kill all your plants if you don't punch them. Left click. Or you know what, right clicking probably works fine too. Either one. That reminds me, I should make some Weedex. Weedex. Redstone. Grin powder. Empty cell. Grin powder is made by either macerating spider eye or a poisonous potato. Darn. It's such a new recipe. Oh my gosh, I can't pulverize them. I have to macerate them. I don't have to make a macerator just for that. That'd be dumb. I'll figure something out. Anyway, keep an eye on my bees. Whoop! There we go! Yes! Yes! That's exactly what I wanted to see. The meadows and forest here bred together to create a common drone, a totally new species. Oh yes, and these guys made a honeycomb. Wow, they're not making very much, are they? These slots here are for frames. Frames, these things here, frames increase the amount of production that the amount of combs that these guys produce. So without them, they're supposed to produce very, very, very little. So that's actually normal. Let's see, okay. Normally there are only 3 frames. The untreated frame, made from sticks and string. Impregnated frame, which is made from impregnated sticks and string. Impregnated frames are made from wood with in a carpenter with seed oil, a lot like the apiary thing. Yep, I might change the apiary setup I have to make these instead. And a proven frame, which has no recipe. Instead, you have to get it by villager trading. Interesting. Ooh, potatoes are done. However, Extra Bees adds the chocolate frame, which, let's see, makes them produce a lot more, but they die sooner. The resistant frame, which makes them live longer. The soul frame, which dramatically increases the chance of mutations, so getting new species. That's useful. I might have to make some of those. The healing frame, which makes them live longer. You know, maybe the resistant frame lets them like live in the rain and stuff, even when they normally don't like it. I'm not exactly sure. And the Nova frame doesn't have a recipe, so I'm not even sure what that does. And these ones are for magic bees. You have to research. If you have Thaumcraft, and I do, you have to research most of these to get the various kinds of magical frames. Essence of false life. What the heck? Soulful wax from the soul comb. Okay, all kinds of interesting stuff. The important thing is, I got, oh boy, more. I got honey, and I got a new species. But in order to look at that, let's go home. And in order to get anything out of your combs, you need a centrifuge. So, centrifuge can do a few things, but mostly it's for getting your materials out of your combs. All these different combs. Yeah, a lot of combs. So, centrifuge. This thing. Again, okay, copper, sturdy casing. Okay, typical forestry machine. Done. I definitely want to automate this. I'm gonna Be tricky, because I'm going to have a lot of different kinds of combs. Well, for now, I'm only going to have a few. Yeah, for now I'm only going to have a few, so let's just get, do I happen to have any buses left over? Okay, no I don't. I wonder if the storage bus would work. No, that's... Cool, I have spare interface. Making lots of stone bricks. Let's see. Yeah. No, fuzzy. If I make a fuzzy export bus, it should be able to export anything in the OR dictionary. Where is it? Precision export bus. Fuzzy export bus. Yes. And all of the combs are in the OR dictionary. Come on. Come on. There we go. B comb. So that should be any kind of comb. Should have that same thing. So if I use the fuzzy one, I think it means it will recognize any kind of comb, which is excellent, because that's the only thing you ever want to do with combs. Only thing ever. Let's get... Okay, we want... First start out with a basic export bus. What now? Really, I'm out of pistons? And then a fuzzy export bus. And then a basic import bus. With, of course, a sticky piston. Okay. Oh, that's why I didn't put anything there. Hold on, let me just find a place to put this. Okay, managed to squeeze it in back here. So let's see. I already put the thing in the fuzzy bus, so it's getting the honeycombs, the regular ones, no problem. Oh, and it's making, let's see, the regular honeycombs produce honey and beeswax, with percent chances for both of them. I'm not sure what they are. And yes, it's working. It's pulling in mundane combs. Those are the basic magical ones that I got from those magic hives. Cool. So let's see. Here we go. I didn't catch how many combs I had, but I got 8 honey drops and 10 beeswax. Okay, beeswax by itself can be used to create pipe waterproofing for Buildcraft pipes. Wax capsules, which are basically these same sort of things like cells. You can put water and oil and creosote and things in them. You can make torches out of them. And you make these casts, which you can use for using liquid metal to make things. But that's from extra bees. It's kind of silly. And you can also make candles and a carpenter with some string or silk. You make scented paneling, which is useful for something. Scented gear. That's new. I've never seen a scented gear before. Oil jelly. What's a scented gear? It doesn't tell me what it's used for. Okay. Well, interesting. That's a thing. Okay. Put that away, though. Honey drops are important. and I want to make a bee analyzer. There we go. This is how you analyze your bees and determine what properties and things they have. You need a carpenter with water in it, diamond, tin, glass, redstone. Okay. This time I'm actually gonna keep a carpenter with full of water in it this time. Carpenter is useful. You use them a lot. Oh, I could use some more bronze. There shouldn't be two kinds of bronze. This one I'm not going to automate. He says now, like I've said how many times before. Kind of a mess in here, isn't it? Just the way I like it. Okay. I wonder if it's getting close to that 30-minute wrapping up point. I'll have to check. What are they doing? Right, okay. Should be filling up with water. Beanalyzer. Let's get diamond, redstone, tin, glass panes. Okay, just like before, you have to create the recipe. Okay, make me a beanalyzer. Oh, pumpkins, I forgot to put some pumpkins down in the cropping thing. That's why I have a pumpkin with me. Okay, got a beanalyzer. Let's go over here. Oh, cool, my crops. Ooh, that is a Biomes of Plenty flower. Yes, the bees, they need flowers to pollinate, and then they actually pollinate the flowers and create new ones. So that flower grew because the bees were here. Awesome. Okay, so here we go. Let's get these bees out of here. In order to use the beanalyzer, just right click while you're holding it. Boom. Okay. Take your bee and you put it in the question mark slot. Now, in order to analyze a bee, you need to use honey. It's sort of like the fuel for the beanalyzer. So go ahead and take a stack of honey and put it up here, and it will instantaneously analyze your bee. And this shows all their genetic traits. Yeah, there's a lot of traits about them. These ones are the first two here are the most important ones. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's get started. First, this is a species. This one is half and half. It's half meadows, half forest. The meadows is the active species. It looks like a meadows, it acts like a meadows, it will produce whatever a meadows produces. That's its active gene, that's the dominant gene. The inactive is the forest. it has the possibility to pass on that gene, but it doesn't affect the bee right now. So its children could have forest, but it is still meadows. The lifespan is how long they live. The speed is how fast they produce. Yeah, that's it. How much they produce. These ones are the slowest, so they produce things very slowly. Pollination is the rate at which they pollinate, which we'll get into later. Their flowers are just regular flowers. There are definitely other bees that have different things here. Their fertility, how many drones they produce. And you see this one, it's got this gene produces 2 drones. This one produces 3. And I believe, let's see, the red genes are dominant than the blue, and the blue genes are recessive. So this red meaning that whenever they have children that has both of these, the red one will always be the active and the blue one will always be inactive. If they're both red or both blue, then it'll be random, but if one of them's red, one of them's blue, the red one will always be active, the blue one will always be inactive. Okay, the area is the area of their pollination, so the areas that flowers will spawn in, and their special effect is none, because these are regular ordinary bees. They don't have any special abilities. Yeah, lots of stuff. Okay, and the second tab thingy is about their the climate they like. These ones like a normal climate with no tolerance, no temperature tolerance. So it has to be normal. It can't be too cold, can't be too hot. It's got to be just right. The same thing for humidity. They're like normal, and it's got to be 0. Diurnal. That is what is it? That's new. That's new. I've never seen that before. I don't even know what that is. Nocturnal means they can fly at night. I wonder if diurnal did. I have no idea what that means. That's new. Flyer means they can fly in the rain. Oh, hey, and it says that it actually has that as an inactive trait. Cave means they can keep producing stuff even if there's no sun directly above them. So it's no, they have to have the sun. And this one is their produce, possible specialty. Obviously, regular old bees only have one thing. The possible mutations is the things that it can make. So you see here, if you combine this one, possibly because it has a forest, if you combine the forest with the meadows, you get this one, which is the common, which is what I did. I combined the forest and meadows to get a common. And then this one is some fun facts about it, basically. So let's scan our let's scan the forest drone. You can see it's also forest and meadows. It's got a lot of the same things. It has, again, the 2 and the 3 fertility, and it actually has flyer as a active trait. Not that it really matters for drones. Meadows, another drone. Same thing. He's got 1 of each. That's what happens when you combine 1 of each. He's also got the flyer. Now let's combine the common drone. He's only half common. The common one should have very different stats. It does have that diurnal thingy, whatever that means. I don't know. Interesting. Possible mutations. Okay. Kind of complicated there. Yeah. So that's the very basics of bee breeding. So what I want a pure common princess and drone. So what I've got is half a common. So what I'm going to do is put this princess in there with the common and hope to get something better. Meanwhile, I've got extra drones. Okay, here. Okay, these ones are the pure ones. I'm just going to keep putting these back in. This one, let's see what traits these have. I don't have very much honey left. Forest. Let's see. Meadows, forest. Forest, meadows. Okay. Then I'm going to combine, I guess that's forest. What's this? This must be half and half. Yeah, half and half. You want to combine them with different things. So if I don't have a pure... You know what? I do have pure meadows. I'm going to come over here, borrow one of these pure meadow drones, and put him there. And start making chests to hold all the huge amounts of extra drones I'm going to have. Because that's how it works. Also, I'm going to start making those frames. And... get out of here, weeds. Oh, cool. Some of the breeding is happening. Wait, there's breeding right there. I made melons. Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, that's carrots and potatoes. Just combined. I can't tell if those are pumpkins or melons yet. They're not fully grown. Cool though. Cool. I think I'll harvest them next episode though, because I did check while I was making the beanalizer. We are just about wrapping up time. I've probably gone just a little bit over, but that's no big deal. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the episode. I hope you think that bee breeding and plant breeding are going to be fun. I hope you didn't get completely and totally confused by my huge and complicated explanation of the bees. There's a lot. There's a lot of bees, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of breeding, a whole lot of stuff. But anyway, I hope that it'll be a whole lot of fun. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. See you later.